time submerged. Of course, the food made a big impression on me as well. From a conch salad that surprised me with its unique flavor from a secret ingredient, to the beyond wonderful bread from Mr. Hannah, to the sushi at Resorts World Bimini that made me feel as though I was on a trip to the Orient. Bimini has exceeded my culinary expectations in every single way. And then, my homes away from home, present and future. From my fabulous suite at Hilton at Resorts World Bimini, to the cute treehouse villa, to the unforgettable $1 million mansion on Rockwell Island. I'm beginning to believe Bimini might be my family island getaway. I still have a lot more to do here. It's amazing how much there is to do on this tiny island group, but you know what they say, good things come in small packages. Until next time. People calling you by name, exquisite mansions, hotels and homes, a new adventure wherever we roam. Succulent seafood, delicious dining, personal chefs make things to your liking. So many islands, gems and keys, beauty to explore, taste and see. I'm living the fabulous life, but hey, let's live this life forever. Share each moment, our treasure. Let's live this life forever. Share each moment, our treasure. Fabulous living Bahamian style. Let's live the life of movies and magazines. Get a taste of the islands, enjoy everything. Embark on a journey.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news, the nation's leader revealing plans to boost revenue during the mid-year budget presentation. Plus, golf cart operators on the island of Bimini say business is booming. And the island of Grand Bahama mourning the loss of an historian and freedom fighter. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Azure Quant. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping the news tonight during his contribution to the debate on the government's mid-year budget, Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis outlined the decisions his administration made during the first half of the fiscal year to enhance economic, social, and national security. Today, the Prime Minister revealed plans to boost revenue while introducing empowering initiatives despite doubt from the opposition. Raven Davis leads us off tonight.
Kicking off the mid-year budget debate for 2023-2024 in the House of Assembly with a resounding message that the presented budget is a significant stride towards the envisioned future, especially in the face of a global economic slowdown. Despite worldwide challenges, PM Davis highlighted the resilience of the nation's tourism-dependent economy, boasting a remarkable GDP growth rate exceeding 4%, placing the country above other self-sufficient nations.
This, Mr. Deputy Speaker, did not happen by accident. It is a product of unprecedented investments made by the government and by investors in New Providence, Grand Bahama, and our family islands that are just beginning to take root and are expected to make even more of an impact over the next few years. This is a product of effective support of local businesses and social outreach to Bahamian families.
Despite criticism from detractors undermining government's efforts, he emphasized that the country's fiscal situation is improving.
There's been a significant shift from a primary balance deficit of $15 million at the end of December 2018 to a primary surplus of $42.4 million.
and he says his administration is confident in the projections of strong financial performance in the latter half of this fiscal year, while highlighting some of the accomplishments made since July of last year.
For energy and agriculture and many other areas of development, our family islands are leading the way. That is by design. We have brought in billions of dollars in new investments spread throughout our archipelago. Grand Bahama alone has attracted over $1.5 billion in investments.
With unemployment at its lowest in years, the government is actively engaged in job creation through substantial investments in training and education initiatives at local institutions such as BTVI. But beyond just job creation, there is a strong emphasis on Bahamian empowerment.
In this budget cycle, we are facilitating hundreds of families moving into new, affordable homes. And we are supporting many small and medium-sized business enterprises through loans and grants.
Public servants also reportedly on the receiving end of salaries and benefits increases.
After over 4 years of failed negotiations and a current public service-wide promotion exercise, which is the first such promotion in over 9 years, we have essentially placed an additional $18 million in public servants' pockets.
Now, PM Davis emphasizes that the government will boost revenue through stricter VAT and business license fee collections, ensuring financial sustainability. Simultaneously, he assures the launch of empowerment initiatives for Bahamians without resorting to new taxes. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis.
Thank you, Raven. Well, the island of Bimini is one of the fastest growing tourism destinations in the Bahamas. With the premier resorts, world property, and cruise ships traversing the island, the trickle-down effect to many business owners can be seen. Tonight, a local golf cart operator and head of the association shares how the business is thriving. Romiko Knowles reports.
I started off with 3 golf carts, and right now I have about 50.
This is at least 60 or 70% of the revenue that comes in here.
It is being hailed as the #1 business in Bimini.
You know, we're dealing with the cruise ship especially, and once the weather's good, people come with their private boat. They always want golf carts. Any event, people are always looking for a golf cart to get around.
Renee Rubens, the owner of Sluggo Renee and Kai Golf Cart Rentals, reminiscing about the humble beginnings of her business, which she established with just 3 golf carts approximately 12 years ago. Fast forward to today, her fleet has grown exponentially to over 50 golf carts, all of which are consistently rented out.
Sometimes you can't find one golf cart sometimes. Carnival ships on Sundays, that's very busy for us. When Carnival is here, just about all the golf carts are gone.
According to the head of the Golf Cart Association, while the success of the golf cart business on the island of Bimini has been substantial, it hasn't been without its fair share of challenges.
Chief challenge here is the fact that they don't want you on this property. All of it hasn't been resolved yet because every now and then you hear from them that they want you to operate your business out of the gate. But we here in the Golf Cart Association, we are all bound together. And we told them straight and plain that we will not operate our business outside the gate.
He says upon the opening of the hotel, Biminites were given directives by the then Prime Minister, Perry Christie.
This is exactly what he said. Before I cut this ribbon, let me get this straight right here. You see, and he pointed at the hotel, he said, we doing this, Bimini people especially, he said, we doing this for y'all. Y'all tap into this. And here it is now. This is how we tap into it.
The operators assert that the business is highly lucrative with potential to earn up to $5,000 per day.
Sometimes it's less, sometimes it may be more depending on what all ships is in that week.
Without these golf carts, there'll be nothing in Bimini.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Romiko Knowles.
In other news, in the wake of recent incidents of violence at Jackie Ward Junior High School, the Reach Out Youth organization, along with powerful youth leaders, orchestrated a pivotal special assembly aimed at fostering a positive atmosphere. Raven Davis was there and shares the details in this report.
Making their first in a series of school visits to Jackie Ward Junior High School, marked by a special assembly actively engaging the students. United by a shared vision of bringing positive change to young minds, officials stressed the importance of making better decisions through engaging presentations and interactive discussions during the assembly.
We honor the kids was doing well, and the reason why I continue to do that is we continue to look at all what's going on wrong, so we start, show that if you do well, you will be rewarded. When I was growing up, we didn't have it. Growing up in the 80s, but if you continue to go to school and speak positive, somebody will get it.
I see this going throughout the rest of the schools, public and private, and in the inner city areas, in the ghettos, in the areas where crime is happening. I see this being a positive light.
Businessman Kenyatta Lewis also contributing to the discussions, sharing a powerful narrative of forgiveness. He says he's fulfilling a promise to God to share his testimony following what he says was his wrongful incarceration.
Revenge is a natural feeling natural instinct to want to get even. But you have to think about when you dig one hole, like I said, you must dig two. Because it's going to bury you as well as it's going to bury them, you know what I mean? Pray to God, find positive people, and try to learn the lesson in the situation that if somebody had done something to you.
Students lined the hallways listening attentively to the presentations, which, according to Principal Janet Pinder, was timely as it followed recent incidents of violence at the school.
This was perfect timing. We didn't plan for the assembly this morning, but at the last minute, yesterday, I said, you know what? We want them to speak to everyone. I think everyone deserves to hear the message, and it was well worth it.
The Reach Out team, together with youth leaders on the island, noting that they intend to continue spreading positive messages throughout various schools on the island. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis.
In news from the police, officers on the island of Abaco confiscated more than 200 suspected marijuana plants in Marsh Harbor. The incident taking place around 12:25 p.m. on Tuesday, March 5th, 2024. Initial reports indicate that officers attached to the Marsh Harbor Police Station, acting on information, proceeded to an unnamed road in the area of Ernestine Highway, where they discovered over 100 suspected marijuana plants. Additionally, officers made a further search of the nearby bushes and discovered 139 suspected marijuana plants cultivated. There were no arrests made in relation to this incident. Active investigations continue into this matter. Switching gears now, the announcement of her passing has sent shockwaves throughout the community, leaving many stunned by the loss of a cherished figure. Tributes pouring in from all corners, celebrating her role as a mother of the nation and a pioneer whose influence transcends boundaries. Tonight, the children of Loretta Jones are paying homage to her memory, recalling her boundless love and unparalleled impact on those around her. Rumiko Knowles picks up the story from here.
She danced. She sang.
Well, I've been abused. Well, folks accused.
And was a woman cherished by all who knew her.
Yeah, this is what we was up to.
She leaves behind a legacy of love and devotion, particularly in the hearts of her 9 children.
She taught us the principle of respecting people.
She loved people.
Loretta Jones, affectionately known as Lady P, entered the world on December 29, 1949, leaving an indelible mark on thousands throughout her life's journey.
She worked at the hospital for 30 years, just volunteer, not a pay, because that's her. And then you would find that she first went into the school system where she would assist with school lunching and programs and stuff like that, and she sold lunch. And then she saw the need for a crossing guard, and she just volunteered to do it.
It was that kind of hospitality that earned her royal recognition from the Queen. Additionally, she was repeatedly honored during Majority Rule celebrations for her significant contributions.
Her last project was the Christmas where she cooked for the police party. I mean, in her ailment now, in an ailment, she's out there. And so I said to her, I live in Abaco, Green Turtle, and I said to her, Mommy, stay home. Why are you going out? You're not good. She said, you know what? My brother, you only have one life to live and let's do it right. And it's about helping people.
Adopted daughter Jane Roll recalls her biological mother's passing just a few months ago and says that she and Loretta shared a special bond.
As they put the body in the hearse, she held on to my mom and she told her that I'm coming next. And 3 months to the day of my mom's passing, she passed.
Persons don't know, but people know when they're leaving. But guess what? When they leave and knowing they left a legacy for persons to follow, and you take part of their life, you can never go wrong.
Loretta Jones, a beloved figure in the community, passed away on Thursday, February 28, 2024. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Ramiko Knowles.
Hear that? If you listen closely, you can hear the heartbeat of a nation. That unique sound of a great country pounding with colorful history, a rich culture, and unwavering ambition. When you look around, you recognize its pulse. The people who love to celebrate, who identify with triumph, a people who know how to be our brother's keeper. Commonwealth Bank, built by Bahamians, here for Bahamians, Bahamians helping Bahamians.
Celebrate Easter weekend at Portobello's Restaurant by the Grand Lacayan. Children 5 to 12 years are half price, and children under 5 eat free. Dinner buffet on Good Friday, and all-you-can-eat Easter Sunday brunch. See you there.
ZNS Northern Service brings you to a new series highlighting the remarkable achievements of students from across the northern Bahamas.
I just walked the hall and say, "Excuse me, Miss Cooper, can you please say that again?" And then she just have to read everything over and then she get everything correct.
Beyond accolades, we honor those students who have faced adversity head-on, demonstrating resilience and determination on their path to success. I'm Jolanda Thompson-Everest. Get ready to be inspired by the stellar students of the North this and every Wednesday.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. A 13-year-old's simple birthday wish to her grandmother went viral across the internet, receiving over 4 million views. Alyssa Miller, affectionately known as Ali, has captured the hearts of millions and has reached the attention of the song, all while marking the beginning of a promising musical journey. Here's that report.
I wanna say happy birthday to you. I wanna say happy birthday to you.
What was meant to just send happy birthday wishes to her grandmother quickly going viral on TikTok for Alyssa Miller, also known as Ali, a 13-year-old 8th grader at Jack Hayward Junior High. The video posted by her mother receiving 4.1 million views, placing the young singer into the spotlight.
My mommy posted it.
Well, I posted it because it was my mother's birthday. As usual, I always post on TikTok and all other social media platforms. But this time, it was like, whoa. She woke us up, actually, saying, "Mommy, you post me on TikTok?" And I was like, yeah. She's like, "Mommy, I have all of these views." In less than 24 hours is 1 million. And I was like, oh. Then every day it's like 1 million, and then another million, and then like today, it's 4.1 million as we speak.
This marked the first time the young vocalist performed publicly and shared her talents on a social media platform. However, her talent stems from her father, who is also a singer.
I tell her, "You're better than me." Because I hear her singing in the bathroom every time, and I'm like, "Ali, you're on a different level. You can be a superstar." I tell her this every day. She never believes me, of course. She just thinks I'm just daddy trying to big her up. But I tell her, I'm going to put you in the studio eventually. And before I was even able to do that, the video was actually uploaded to TikTok, and it went crazy.
The viral video has not only captured the hearts of millions, but has also received attention from notable figures in the music industry, like Romain Virgo and the creator of the song.
I would have never known that this song would be all over the world, and this will be considered the new Stevie Wonder birthday song of our generation.
He said he wrote it about 15 years ago, and to see in 2024 just blow up. He even said, "She killed me in the song. This is now hers." In response to the overwhelming support, Ali's father emphasizes the importance of continuing to support artists in the country.
I think my daughter has broken or started to break that barrier. We have so much talent in the Bahamas that it's crazy.
It feels amazing. Like, I finally am the artist that I wanted to be.
Ali says she will continue using her voice to leave a positive impact in the community. As for her father, he expressed gratitude for the outpouring of encouragement and revealed that he and his daughter are embarking on a musical journey together, working on an EP that the public can eagerly anticipate. Congratulations again, Ali. Well, tonight we aired the first segment of the Stellar Students of the North series, which features a young student who found himself struggling to keep up with good grades. He persevered and continued challenging himself, and now he's on the honor roll. Tonight, he shares how he got there. Our Yolanda Thompson-Everest reports.
7-year-old Dylan Charlton, a student from Walter Parker Primary School, is our first Stellar Student of the North. Charlton openly talks about repeating the first grade and shares what was challenging to him in school. Today we highlight this bold, bright mind for making a turnaround in his life and applauds him from learning from his mistakes.
Take me back to the first time you was in grade 1. Let's talk about the challenges or how difficult it was for you in grade 1, the first time.
The first time I was there, it was difficult until I started focusing on a lot of stuff in my second grade. And then I started to like to do work and do everything my teacher told me to. First time I tried to focus, but stuff is that get me distracted very much. That's why I can't focus on my work too much. And then sometimes people just be making too much noise, causing me to can't hear what my teacher's saying and get my stuff wrong. While the noise is still happening, I don't worry about the noise and listen to my teacher. And that's how I just get everything correct and be focused.
Now that you've seen a turnaround, how do you feel?
Good. Very good. Because I get it on the road, my parents are very happy at me.
Dylan is now an A student. He's more confident in his work, focused and determined to stay on top of his studies. As we end this segment, he shares a tip for his fellow classmates.
Please can you start talking and focus on your work?
I'm Yolanda Thompson-Everest. See you next week Wednesday for our Stellar Students of the North.
Don't go away. The latest in sports and your local weather forecast are up next.
Get ready, Freeport, Bahamas. On March 16, 2024, the Grand Bahamas Sports Complex will come alive with the Island Relay, a thrilling track and fields meet, high school and college competition, running and field events. It's a showcase of athleticism. Local unattached athletes, mark your calendars. Register by March 14th. For sponsorships or participation details, reach out to Island Relays Bahamas at info@islandrelaysbahamas.com. Don't miss the action. Be a part of the Island Relays excitement.
At RBC, we know the roles you have to play can change quickly. Whether it's a homeowner, a new parent, today's head chef, salesperson of the month, or the family chauffeur. Whatever life asks you to be, RBC RBC is a bank for all of you.
Do you want to find relief from common health concerns such as headaches, back pain, chronic inflammation, and more? How about improved sleep, boost energy, and improve overall well-being? Check out RA Balance Bahamas and get your body into balance with biomagnetic therapy. For all our social links, contacts, or to request an appointment, visit rabalancebahamas.com.
Have questions for Grand Bahama Power Company? Get insights and answers to the power concern every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Tune in and power up your knowledge with Ask GBPC.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Little League Baseball is gearing up for the midseason. In addition to ZNS Healthy Lifestyle competitions set to begin this weekend. Here's Jay Philippe with your Wednesday Check on Sports.
Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to Sports. We have a whole lot of sports for you. Let's dive right in.
Scores from Little League Baseball games played at the Emera Baseball Park in 8U play. Pelican Bay defeated FES 12-6. In 10U action, MSC got the win over Riviera and Associates 6-4. Bahama Rock also defeated Riviera 8-6. Now in 12U action, Silver Line Builders got the win over the Lions. Final score in that game was 9-2. And in 16U play, the Lions defeated the Red Sox 9-5. Switching gears now in sports, the ZNS Healthy Lifestyle month-long activities is set to begin this Saturday and every Saturday for the month of March. Corporate Grand Bahama will come together, but only one team will earn the overall title.
So we're going to have the Fitness Challenge, which provides numerous benefits to corporate teams, both for employees and the organizations, as a holistic event. Moreover, fitness challenges encourage team building and collaboration. So, not to mention, we get to beat up on our industry partners as well, like the Grand Bahama Port Authority and the Power Company.
I'm always happy to be a part of anything that's health and fitness, encouraging in the corporate community, as well as doing it for a good cause. So excited about it, and it's a lot of exciting stuff, and glad it's going to be in the style of a reality TV show, which is totally different, which we haven't seen in a long time or ever.
The final two teams will go head-to-head in a gym competition. The winner of that competition will choose the charity of their choice, and they will write out a check. We will have a live ceremony, and we will give that charity $2,500.
Also in sports, Ole Miss women's basketball coach Yolette Matthew McEwen has been named ESPN National Coach of the Week for the final week of the regular season. Coach Yo has turned around the program at Ole Miss. Rebels cruised past Missouri, Kentucky, and Arkansas last week, finishing with a program record 12 SEC victories. And finally in sports, Buddy Hield and the Sixers lost last night 112-107 to the Brooklyn Nets on the road. Hield scored 13 points on 3 of 9 shooting from the field in 28 minutes of action. He also dished out 4 assists and grabbed 3 rebounds in the contest.
Ladies and gents, that is your quick check on sports. I'm Jay Philippe. As always, be blessed.
And here's a look at the weather forecast, sponsored by Royal Star Assurance.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
Stay with us. Our Facebook friend of the day is up next.
When Whenever you're in the East, head to Pelican's on the Beach Restaurant and Bar in Pelican Point. They're open Wednesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., and on Sundays from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. Join them Saturday, March 9th for all-day fish fry starting at 11 a.m., ending with a bonfire.
Lights, camera, action. Restoring the magic from East End to West End of Grand Bahama, we proudly present Freeport Fashion Week. Expect chic and elegant fashion displayed by incredible talent by Grand Bahama fashion giants and few upcoming designers. Come and experience Freeport's vibrant fashion scene. Get ready for a stunning runway show and stylish events that showcases our unique style, culture, and creativity when artists and designers come together to create the magic. Freeport Fashion Week beginning March 8th. Expect the unexpected.
Are you guys up for the challenge?
Ready. Team Bomb Rock come in with strength and power, ready to crush.
Everybody else here? They look good, but I don't think they can feel good after the event.
MB Galaxy is here to provide the portables for when they belly break down from losing.
We have two distinct courses. One is the wipeout, and one is the obstacle course. They're gonna have to dive, climb, jump, and even slide in the fastest time possible to win each event.
GBPA is coming to bring fire and brimstone.
They're coming to bring the boom.
It's a fight for second place because we got this one for sure.
Dr. Saucebillo, we're glad you're here because B&B can need it to pump out after they finish.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Stephanie Seymour, you are our Facebook friend of the day. We wish you a happy birthday. We hope you're enjoying. Also, a special happy birthday to our very own Sherry Mae Saunders. We are sure you're enjoying your day. And lastly, but certainly not least, a special happy birthday to my handsome father, Noe Quant, 18 years young. I know that you're celebrating that legal year. And that's going to do it tonight for us here in the North. On behalf of the entire Northern Edition team, I'm Azure Quant. Be sure to stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight continues.
Coming up in the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, BPL saddled with debt. Repatriations to Haiti to continue. 2 arrested in Toddler's death. And in sports, BAISS athletes hit the tracks. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Akush Lopinder, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. Transformative change is required at the country's cash-strapped national energy provider, which its minister candidly disclosed is deep in debt. BPL's perilous financial standing coming to light during the mid-year budget debate, which opened in the House of Assembly this morning. We turn now to our Cleopatra Murphy for the details.
Big change is needed at Bahamas Power and Light that Minister of Energy and Transport, the Honorable Jobeth Colby Davis, says is over $500 million in debt and over the next 5 years needs more than $500 million to facilitate infrastructural upgrades. On top of that, the power provider's employee pension is underfunded by $120 million.
$300 million in New Generation in New Providence and in the Family Islands. $130 million in transmission and distribution in New Providence in the next 2 years alone, $35 million in advanced metering infrastructure, and $70 million in other costs.
Her mid-year budget debate comments come as government is under fire from BPL unions over alleged plans to enter a public-private partnership with a local and foreign company to manage transmission, distribution, and energy generation at the power giant. Colby Davis says it is imperative that government fix BPL, which it intends to do with a plan to lower prices, increase reliability with the use of cleaner sources of energy, and resiliency.
The components are, and they incorporate solar as a blended source of energy in the Family Islands with a view to replacing 100 megawatts of generation and infrastructure. We received 29 proposals in response to our request for proposals, and we are presently evaluating those proposals and intend to notify the successful bidders by the end of March this year.
The RFP for the New Providence solarization has also gone out with the deadline set for March 28th, while there are plans to replace obsolete generation, purchase new generation, and introduce LNG to increase efficiency, reduce cost, and lower environmental impact. The minister says these steps are necessary for the company's modernization, but it lacks the funding, and government must attract the capital and expertise to build a robust and resilient utility. She is adamant, though, that there is no plan to privatize BPL or lay off staff.
Instead, Deputy Speaker, we are creating new and exciting roles and training opportunities for BPL staff so that they can help transform BPL's reputation into a premier service provider. 3, it is not an attempt at union busting. BPL will continue to honor the terms and conditions set out in the current industrial agreements with the BUMU and the BEWU.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Well, opposition leader Michael Pintard, in his contribution, hit out at what the government's branded a transformative plan for BPL, one he says is certainly not transparent.
In defense of this administration, horrible handling of their private negotiations and arrangements, the point this minister makes is that here is what the deal is not. Well, my God, we hired them to tell us what the deal is. Exactly. And so we are concerned that after that presentation, we are still not clearer on what the nature of the arrangement is.
Pintard says what is certain is that there was no competitive bidding, as there was no request for proposal for power generation and no RFP for who would be responsible for transmission and distribution, while there was also a lack of advanced consultation. Well, meantime, BPL has taken on 2 new directors, Christina Alston and Dylan Sawyer. A statement in this regard notes that Alston served as BPL's chief operating officer from 2017 to 2019 and in the United States, which solidified her reputation in developing sustainable energy solutions and operational excellence. Sawyer, known for his multidisciplined approach and entrepreneurial success in the petroleum, real estate, and manufacturing industries, is said to bring a fresh perspective to BPL. Ministry of Transport and Energy officials believe their contributions are not only expected to change BPL for a stronger future, but make a lasting impact on the local energy sector. In related news tonight, the president of the Bahamas Electrical Workers Union providing clarity on an issue that's generated serious concern among members of the public. Fern Carey takes the story from here.
President of the Bahamas Electrical Workers Union, Kyle Wilson, refuting claims that the union suggested government increase taxes to offset the ongoing financial woes at Bahamas Power and Light. Wilson believes the current narrative in the public domain on the matter is the work of political pundits attempting to deflect attention from the real issue of concern.
I categorically outright deny any allegation of trying to egg on the Prime Minister to put taxes on the already overburdened Bahamian people. I am one of the proponents who is fighting for an increase in the minimum wage. So why would I then turn around and say tax more? So that's a fallacy of those who try to muddy the water. The Prime Minister, no, I support him.
Wilson's comments come amid reports that government plans to transfer the management of the transmission, distribution, and generation of electricity at the utility company into the hands of private entities, a move both BPL unions strongly oppose. However, Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis has stated that his administration has no plans to privatize. Still, Wilson reiterated his call for full disclosure in order to dispel any uncertainty on the matter.
The workers said they don't feel it's in their best interest. We don't have the black and white to prove anything concerning this. And it's my view that it's not done, what I think, openly and transparently, and the way it was presented to me sort of shows a lack of disrespect or trust to the union leader. And the fact is, they may think that I may not be untrustworthy in terms of holding information. I could be your biggest campaign man for this thing, but I do not know what is there. And so I'm saying the membership of now, based on the fact that I've told them my facts, they gave me a mandate, Kyle, that you can only reject this deal. We want it started over in a fair and true transparency process that is done in accordance with the laws and acts of the Bahamas.
The union leader also addressed comments made by former chairman of then BEC, Leslie Miller, who accused BPL unions of threatening to hold the country hostage in order to protect their own interests.
Mr. Miller was one who actually encouraged me, and I thank you for that encouragement, even though you said you were not against unions, to fight on in the best interest of the Bahamian people. So I understand the political swing sometimes, and he is a politician, but he gave me true encouragement, felt from the heart. And I felt that what he said to me was true when he said he supports me in my fight to keep BPL in the hands of the Bahamian people.
Wilson further refutes reports that the union has joined forces with the opposition in order to destabilize the country's leadership. He assures consumers that the union has no plans to launch industrial action at this time. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
Now, Minister of Economic Affairs, Senator the Honorable Michael Halkitis, also today addressed reports that BPL unions suggested the government raise taxes for customers to pay for the power provider's $500 million legacy debt. Halkitis denied any knowledge of this.
In any proposal by the union to that effect, so we can't really, comment on that. I've seen something on social media, but as far as a proposal or suggestion or any program being put forward to the government, that has not happened. And needless to say, our program is, our recovery program is, we wanted to grow the economy, improve our revenue administration, contain costs, and find new sources of revenue. In terms of implementing new taxes, that's not on the government's agenda.
Still on BPL, the corporation staffers and its managerial union bodies coming together for lunchtime prayers. A few dozen members gathered this afternoon in the employees' Blue Hill Road parking lot, where they sang songs, held hands, and reaffirmed their opposition to any deal towards privatization or partnership, which has not been seen and reviewed by the unions. Members all say ultimately what they are in search of is transparency.
Words mean nothing. We learned that once you put that in writing, you sign your name to that, then you are bound by that.
All we're looking for is transparency. We understand that privatization is coming. We understand that the jobs are safe, but just be transparent with us with what is in the contracts.
We are all BPL workers, and the day that we allow them to privatize, BTC was supposed to be a good deal too, but look where we are. So we have to stand together as one and unity in order for us to not to be a BTC again.
We are talking about lives, Bahamian families, and we want to see these Bahamian families do well. We want to see their...
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Full Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
You have enough things to worry about. Living in a world that can seem opposite of the things you are trying to accomplish.
I can need a little help with this month.
We're here to let you know that you don't have to go at it alone. Choose peace of mind. Choose comfort. Choose CB. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Since they're on sale, Max bought things neither he nor his friend really needed.
Hungry for deals? Come to KFC to satisfy your hunger before doing something crazy. Our new 6-piece value deal is packed with 6 pieces of your favorite fried chicken, 3 orders of crispy fries, and 3 buttery biscuits, all for just $20. You work hard for your money. Get the biggest bang for your taste buds. Satisfy your taste buds with KFC. It's finger-licking good.
When we started Stormframe Windows in 1999, we wanted to fabricate an impact-rated product to compete with the Florida market, and we've done this. There's no fabricator or vendor from Florida that can do what we can in the Bahamas. Because we fabricate locally and we're a local-based company, we have the capability to provide better customer service than our competitors. With all the worldwide supply chain issues, we at Stormframe have improved our fabrication process and have invested in stock to be able to produce our orders in 4 weeks. We also keep in stock over 400 windows and doors at standard sizes for walk-in customers to purchase. Our professional sales staff is here to assist you with the complete purchase and installation. We also service and ship to the out islands.
Thank you for your support, Bahamas.
Thank you for your support, Bahamas.
Colina Insurance Limited is Bahamian and proud. We celebrate the accomplishments of women across the Bahamas, everywhere they shine. At Colina, we are passionate about fostering an inclusive workplace where diversity is valued and embraced. Our workforce is comprised of 81% women. Join us today and every day as we inspire inclusion and create a brighter, more equitable future for all. Happy International Women's Day.
My business couldn't survive without my credit card machine from Fidelity.
It's fast, convenient, and my clients love it.
My sales increase, and I can track my earnings.
Get your credit card machine from Fidelity today.
Call 356-7764.
After 51 years, Popeyes is crashing the wings party with 5 flavors.
Makes no sense it took so long. Crispy outside, juicy inside.
Who are you?
We don't make sense. We make chicken. Y'all good?
Popeyes' new chicken wings make no sense. Marinated in Louisiana spices, hand-battered and flipped, and then we have the audacity to call all 5 flavors fast food? Someone should really say something or order something.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Now available at Popeyes in Nassau.
The Prime Minister and Minister of Finance taking the lead in debate on the mid-year budget, divulging a bit more details of where things stand on the fiscal front as his administration pushes towards the last few months to further ramp up revenue, put a tight squeeze on expenditure, and further reduce the deficit. Carla Palmer has the story.
The government is drawing a line in the sand and ensuring those who make more money pay more. With the introduction of the corporate income tax that's targeting multinational companies earning over 750 million euros annually or $800,000+.
There are some who are angered by our approach. Some are angered by our approach. They're thinking, how dare we go after the elite? Some people have been evading their business license fees, their customs duties, and the real property taxes for so long. It now feels like they are being targeted when we ask them to finally pay what they owe. As the quote goes, when you are accustomed to privilege, when you are accustomed to privilege, equality feels like oppression.
Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, says the goal is a revenue-generating mechanism. With a stated promise of no new taxes affecting the average Bahamian, he says the government will continue to enforce its collection strategy.
As much as I'd like to live in a future in which many Bahamians own multinational companies, bringing in nearly $1 billion a year, we are not there yet as a country. So we can safely say that not a single Bahamian-owned venture will be directly affected by this tax. And through this tax, we hope to generate an additional $140 million per year in government revenue.
The government is also looking to generate an additional $340 million in revenue this fiscal year from real property tax on homes valued over $300,000.
The government will benefit from the collection of up to $800 million in real property tax arrears. In fact, we have already begun the collecting of these monies owed.
Prime Minister Davis says government spending continues to be under control. Revenues are reportedly up by $72.9 million compared to last year the same period. Gross domestic product rate is over 4%, and the net deficit of $258.7 million is continuing to decrease, to the extent he says the world is watching and taking notice.
We are attracting investments from new regions like the Middle East and establishing relationships in new regions, expanding our financial services outreach to the Asian market, and fostering diplomatic ties with African nations. This is the most traction we've ever seen internationally, and we'll keep the momentum going.
Prime Minister Davis acknowledged crime as a key priority for his administration, and an equally important issue, he says, is the cost of living. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Carla Palmer.
Now under the control of gangs, Haiti has been thrown into crisis, with gang leader Jimmy Cherizier reportedly warning of civil war and genocide unless its prime minister steps down. While Foreign Affairs Minister, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, reasons that unfortunately it is impossible to have a dispassionate discussion about Haiti, he hastens to add that the Bahamas has a moral obligation to help. The situation in Haiti about as complex as they come. Thousands have been displaced, a curfew has been imposed, police unions plead for help, airports have been closed, and the island's own Prime Minister, Ariel Henry, has been refused permission to land his plane in the neighboring Dominican Republic. However, the situation has not been lost in high-level regional talks.
Caribbean prime ministers have been overnight in intense discussions trying to see if they can form some political pathway to get this issue resolved. The fact is that you cannot resolve whatever is happening there, troops or no troops, unless there's some political solution to the problem. And that's where the countries of CARICOM have been mostly engaged.
The Bahamas stands by its commitment of 150 troops to help restore peace in Haiti. Here at home, though, it's bracing to protect its own borders. Now, as for what this means for repatriation exercise, here's what Foreign Affairs Minister, the Honorable Frederick Mitchell, disclosed during his contribution to the mid-year budget debate in the House of Assembly.
Repatriation has not been suspended from our point of view, but if the airport is closed, how do you get people in? So that's the practical reality of it. Secondly, whoever emerges as the government in Port-au-Prince, we have to deal with de facto, whether they are good or evil, if we want this repatriation to continue.
So far, the Bahamas has withdrawn its non-essential staff from its embassy in Haiti. The minister stresses that if conditions persist, the remainder of the team will leave on Sunday.
It is my view that even after the embassy itself is closed, it is in the best interest of the Bahamas to have some form of representation of the Bahamas in Port-au-Prince, whether it is intelligence officers or security officers, so that we have tabs on what is actually happening in the society firsthand. We're the most of all the independent countries. We're the most impactful. We are the most impacted by that society. And it is important for us to know where things are headed.
Prime Minister Ariel Henry has committed to holding general elections in Haiti no later than August 31st, 2025.
Well, CARICOM Chair and President of Guyana, Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali, today confirming that CARICOM stakeholders have been working around the clock for the past 3 days on this complex situation. The regional leaders reiterating his call to Haitian stakeholders to form a consensus and to do so immediately.
The fact that more people have died in Haiti in the early part of this year than in Ukraine must give everyone in Haiti and in the international community serious pause. This matter goes to the UN Security Council today in closed session. It is clear that Haiti, even with a homegrown solution, will need the support of not just CARICOM, but the international community.
A look back at how the economy performed earlier this year, captured in data compiled in the latest Central Bank Monthly. The economy is still growing, but at a more tempered pace. The view of the central bank, which yesterday released its January Economic and Financial Development Report, that again points to tourism's ongoing gains, coupled with other areas, as key to the economy's continued expansion. The reality is, though, that very real risk persists. For instance, geopolitical tensions, heightened global oil prices, along with the resumption of counter-inflation policies. Now, on the other hand, employment conditions are forecasted to improve. Lending to this, a recent job fair in the capital that attracted over 200 job seekers. On the fiscal front, the estimated budgetary gap is expected to require both domestic and external borrowings, with an increased proportion of the funding from domestic sources. As for external reserves, well, the forecast is that it will remain robust this year. During the review period, this area grew by $380 million, a vast improvement over last year's $4.7 million decline. Now, the central bank's latest report comes as the government opens debate on the 2023-2024 mid-year budget in the House of Assembly on Wednesday. The government has already touted that revenue is up, but so is expenditure at the midway mark. Well, tensions reaching a boiling point this morning outside the Ministry of Education's maintenance department. Protesters allege they're owed money. There for the standoff with education officials was our Devontae Hannah, who joins me live in studio with the latest.
Because these education employees from the maintenance department claim they have been agitating for years to receive what they believe is rightfully theirs. Topping their list of concerns is hazard allowance. However, ZNS was able to make contact with the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Education, Technical and Vocational Training, Loretta Ambrister, who says many of them do not qualify for such payments. She further revealed that she was in contact with an employee from that department for over a year and has informed him of the processes to follow, to which he said he understood. On Wednesday morning, though, those employees took matters into their own hands, demonstrating at their Oaksfield workplace with placards, some even with the face of P.S. Ambrister.
We have families like everybody else. We do our job, we come to work, we do what we're supposed to do. We're doing the right thing, but no one has our cry.
We are outcast. That's the word from staff in the Ministry of Education's maintenance department, who today held a protest led by electrical engineer Jermaine Hutchinson, who claims successive governments have failed them.
I'm getting ready to retire in the next 10 months. I never get no promotion, never get my mason pay, never get no back pay. And every time you go to them, they send a secretary or someone downstairs to us.
While protesting outside their near-dilapidated Gregory Street workplace, the engineers, masons, and carpenters allege they've not received promotions, hazard allowance, or back pay in over 2 decades.
The same groundsman pay getting to cut the grass in Monkey Tamarind, they still gave me that as a mason. Wow. They never give me mason pay. They mason certificate in this bag from 1980.
Now, we're in the bathroom that workers allege is inoperable. They say that if you flush this toilet, the water would only go out through a pipe that is in disrepair. But that's not all. A door here that is hanging off of its hinges. There's spider webs hanging from the roof, and we've been advised not to touch anything, as they claim this building has been infested with monkey tamarind.
The rats, the roaches, the centipedes, the snakes, The bathroom, the pipe is burst. We can't even use the bathroom. We fix it. Someone came and burst it. We talked about it. We say, come and fix the problem. No one came yet.
On the inside, a tethered couch, more broken furniture, exposed cables, and a message board seemingly not in use. And as the employees allegedly responsible to make repairs when contractors fail, they say enough is enough.
We come here today to let you know we ain't taking it no more.
Because we talk. What do you want us to do? We talk. We doing our part. We doing the right things. We saying the right things. We're not bashing nobody. Like you say, it's not political.
PSM Bristol also revealed Wednesday that repairs at the Gregory Street building is underway and should be completed by the end of the week. She says specific officers who are deserving will receive what is owed to them, and she also doubled down on the service-wide promotional exercise being undertaken by the government. Now, reporting live in studio for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Devontae Hanna.
Well, thanks, Devontae. In other news this evening, drivers on the busy morning rush hour commute got a one-day reprieve from what was expected to be a very long, grueling, stalled journey along the Eastern Road corridor this morning. The Ministry of Works created quite a stir Tuesday by announcing that road paving exercises would take place along Eastern Road between Johnson and Foxhill Roads, with those works expected to commence at 7:30 a.m., the height of morning gridlock. Well, the ministry forced to reconsider that initial announcement and said later that works would instead begin at 9 a.m. But this morning, that didn't happen either. The ministry said in a statement later that the works had to be postponed by a day to allow for BPL to install a 1,000-foot conduit for the service mains along that thoroughfare. The road works now scheduled to begin tomorrow morning at 9:30. The ministry says it will take it at least 2 days. It wants motorists to consider alternate routes. Meanwhile, Works Minister Clay Sweeting in the House this afternoon says at least 60 miles of road in New Providence are set for paving this year.
Functions of the Ministry of Works spread far and wide, and the sole responsibility of improving, providing and maintaining the physical structure and natural environment of this great country we call the Bahamas falls on us.
We still have more news to come, but Marcellus Hall has a look at what's coming up in sports. Marcellus?
Coming up in sports for tonight, a look at day one of the BISS track and field meet. Details just ahead in sports.
Tourism today. Bahamas tourism today.
Experience the world of Junkanoo at the Atlantis Resort with their first ever all-Bahamian musical, Junkanoo in Paradise. The show, produced by Fred Ferguson, is filled with great cultural music and spectacular choreography that will leave you wanting more.
So, Junkanoo in Paradise is, in my opinion, just a cultural explosion. We know like how intricate drums and music is into our culture. So Junkanoo in Paradise takes us on the journey of how specifically drums, but music in general, have been just woven into every fabric of life, every point of history. And so it's almost a chronological exploration of that. So the cast is really full of talented people who for years have been either singing or dancing or acting. And of course, being on the stage, like it's always a thrill every night when you do live entertainment. You never know what the audience is gonna give you. So having a dynamic cast in a dynamic space is dynamic.
We know what it's like to put on productions like this, but nothing to the scale of this. I think something that's, number one, a continuous show, and number two, something where each aspect is just as important as something else. You know, the dancing is just as important as us as the two main actors, and each character still holds the same amount of weight that we do, you know, and I feel as though something like this was just months and months of practice and just executing when it was time to do it.
The Junkanoo in Paradise musical features the Roots Junkanoo Group and is showcased every Saturday and Sunday at the Atlantis Resort. To reserve your tickets for this once-in-a-lifetime Junkanoo showdown, visit atlantislocal.com or the Atlantis box office. I'm Joshua Robbins, and this is Tourism Today.
In 2023, over 9 million visitors came to the Bahamas, the region's leading tourism destination. That's why tourism is everyone's business.
Paradise is not only found in Nassau, but throughout our 16 island destinations.
That's why tourism is everyone's business.
Over 400,000 Bahamians depend on our tourism-driven economy.
That is why tourism is everyone's business.
It's the passing on of our traditions and our cultural heritage to the next generation.
That's why tourism is everyone's business.
Tourism is everyone's business.
From the straw we plant, to exploring our Bahama blues, to experiencing the greatest show on earth. No matter who you are, we all have a part to play in our tourism industry.
This is our country.
These are our islands.
This is our home.
That's why tourism
is everyone's business.
In the yellow elder garden, Allie and her cousins listened to Grammy share tales. The 70s so sweet, with themed costumes and dancing feet. Then came the brass, reaching new heights. A symphony of Bahamian nights. The 2000s, the yellow elder, a symbol of pride. Grammy's legacy in view as Allie dances in her yellow elder costume. We are alive.
Serious questions put on the table for a 23-year-old woman and a 45-year-old man following the death of a toddler last evening. Police notified of the incident just before 7 p.m. at a home on McKinney Drive. Preliminary investigations have revealed that the 4-year-old was left unattended in a bathtub and later found unresponsive by guardians. Police have confirmed that the child was found with visible injuries. An autopsy is to determine the youngster's exact cause of death. Meantime, investigations continue. In other crime news this evening, the hunt is on for the man accused of sexually assaulting a 17-year-old female. The incident reportedly occurred shortly after 4 p.m. yesterday at a beach in western New Providence. The Criminal Investigation Department is continuing investigations into the matter. In other news, another gang reduction intervention prevention taking place in the inner city tonight. Officials are spreading the message that everyone must play a role to more effectively fight the war on crime. Lloyd Allen joins us live tonight with more. Good evening, Lloyd.
Well, this evening, Makushla, we're here in the area of Meadow and Augusta Street, where we're meeting with GRIP and Brotherhood, some familiar organizations that have been doing a number of community walkabouts throughout the capital. Standing here with me tonight is Pastor Henry Higgins, who's talking a bit more about the importance of tonight's walk, which will take place, a part of it, through the Dean Street area.
Yes, tonight we are walking the Dean Street because we want to let the people of Dean Street know that there is a group of people who care about them. There's a group of people who love them, and there's a group who appreciate them. So we're going to walk that street tonight. Our main message is to show love and to show peace, but also to share the gospel of Jesus Christ, because we believe that when a man has a true encounter with Jesus Christ, we will see change.
Also standing here with us is Pastor Carlos Reed. Now, we spoke earlier, Carlos Reed, you talked a little bit about many of these conflicts that happen between police and the community. Obviously, police have to conduct their operations, but you had some recommendations.
I believe that we have to be mending factors. We have to be conflict mediators. And our goal is to be able to reconnect like the whole of society. And I believe the best way we could do that to introducing people to the power of Jesus Christ.
Very good, very good. Now, of course, this walkabout will take nearly an hour throughout this community, and of course, ZNS News will be here to cover this event. Again, GRIP and Brotherhood, who are also partnered with the Royal Bahamas Police Force, are out here tonight to support this very important initiative, changing one community at a time. Reporting from Augusta Street for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen. Makushla.
Did you know the president of Commonwealth Bank is not only a Bahamian, but a woman? Well, for just a little over 2 years, Denise Turnquest has held down that post and continues to be a pioneer in the local banking industry. At a courtesy call on the wife of the Prime Minister, Anne-Marie Davis, this week, Turnquest revealed that historically the bank boasts a staff complement of about 500 plus employees, 471 of them women.
We are focusing this week on our female employees, but we value all of our employees. And I think, you know, wherever they are, we are seeking to develop them, to make sure that they're properly trained, make sure that they are part of the team and are committed to the achievement of the goals that we've set as a leadership team.
Turnquist says she hopes to improve customer service and the bank's overall performance during her tenure.
Our vision is to be the leader in any aspect of personal banking, whether that's HR, technology, internal audit, human resources, and I think we are all committed to doing that. And I've had excellent response, so the experience has been good.
Well, as you just heard, top female executives of Commonwealth Bank today paying a courtesy call on the wife of the Prime Minister. It's just one of the events the leaders in banking have planned as the country joins in celebrating International Women's Day on Friday, March 8th. They came bearing flowers for Mrs. Davis and even got a few trinkets to take home in return. Mrs. Davis says she's pleased to see women assuming leading roles in key positions in banking, but that there's still a lot more work to do to dominate other fields.
It's for us women now to take each other along, to make sure we open the doors, and stamp out inequality and inequity, and just make it better for women in as many places as possible. Well, we still have some ways to go in politics. We haven't had yet our first female prime minister, and we don't have enough women sitting at the table yet making cabinet decisions, so we have those areas still to look at.
In case you missed the news or want to stay ahead, subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on X, TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook.
Simplified Lending, we know that your time is precious. So we've unscrambled the loan process, making it fast and hassle-free. You can have your answer in as little as 24 hours. When you qualify, we simplify. We are the best borrowing solution for tuition, home renovation, vacation loans, emergency medical expenses, purchasing a vehicle, and for business expansion loans. Simplified Lending for simplified living. Call us today or find us in the R&D Plaza on JFK Drive.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home health care supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you. At the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Let's make this moment last forever. Let's start a family together with a house, a car, and kids. Oh, I love the way we live. I got it covered. BAF has got me covered. So live your life. BAF for life. So live your life. BAF for life. So live your life. BAF for life. BAF has got you covered. I know it.
Here's an energy-efficient business tip brought to you by the Small Business Development Center. Start tracking monthly electricity costs to confirm if your business is conserving or wasting energy. Also, complete our energy-efficient survey to calculate if your business has lower or higher energy costs compared to industry competitors. To become an energy-efficient business, call the Small Business Development Center at 461-7232 or log on to our website at www.accessaccelerator.org.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code. Select your payment amount and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Another major priority for the Davis administration this budget cycle, Family Island development. Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis sharing as much in his mid-year budget contribution in the House of Assembly this morning.
We have brought in billions of dollars in new investments spread throughout our archipelago. Major investments in islands like San Salvador, Exuma, Long Island, Abaco, Cat Island are going to create important opportunities. Grand Bahama alone has attracted over $1.5 billion in investments. These private sector investments are accompanied by a number of government investments in infrastructure and roadworks throughout the Family Islands, as well as several major public-private partnerships, most notably the Renaissance Airport Initiative that will expand and modernize the 14 airports throughout the Family Islands.
Well, it's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, McKitchell. We have mostly cloudy skies as a weak front system moved through the area. Right now, the temperature is at 77 degrees, relative humidity 83%. We have south-southeast winds at 11 miles per hour. The barometric pressure, 1,013.3 millibars. That's 29.92 inches. And your temperatures around the Family Valleys this evening, they are brought to you by Family Garden Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 66 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, and Green Tulkeen, Abaco, Marsh, Abaco at 68 degrees, 76 in the Berry Islands, Alisal, Bimini, 74, 76 in Harbor Island, Roxanne, Eleuthera, 77, Fresh Creek, Central Andros, also at 77 degrees, and then we pick up some 81s in Kemp Space, Andros, and Black Point, Exuma, Artisan, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rumkey, 78 degrees, 80 degrees in Georgetown, Exuma, Ragged Island, Clarencetown, Long Island, and Crooked Island at 81 degrees, Betsy Bay, Maguana, 80, Ackles, 80, Matutanya, Nagua, 79, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 81 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, the Towel King, and the Paint Center in the Northwest and Central Islands tonight through tomorrow. Those winds are going to be light and variable. Wave heights 1 to 3 feet, but they will be locally higher near showers and thunderstorms. Now, your low tide will take place at 10:23 tonight, but another low tide at 11:23 tomorrow morning. In the southeast, Bahamas through Thursday, southeast winds 10 to 15 knots, wave heights at 2 to 4 feet. And as we take you into Friday, for all areas, the winds will fall off light and variable, with those wave heights just around 1 to 3 feet. High tide on Friday, 5:48 in the morning, with the low tide at 12:13 in the afternoon. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Hey, 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 Bahama Rock. Hey, 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 Bahama Rock. Everybody's out there on the dock. They're doing what we call Bahama Rock. Hey, 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 oh yeah, Bahama Rock. Early in the morning till late at night, everybody's happy. No one's uptight.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned, your extended weather forecast is still ahead.
No one's uptight. Rock from sun to sun.
Want to have your voice heard? Send your letters to the editor to digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. Share your thoughts on current events or positive stories within your community. That's digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. We want to hear from you.
Stocking your shelves is easier with the specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Rainbow corned beef, 12 ounce, new low price, $2.19. Par Excellence rice, 5 pounds, $3.99. IGA tomato paste, 12 ounce, $1.89. Whole chickens, $1.99 per pound. Sweet strawberries, 1 pound, $3.99. Shop the specials and save at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Welcome to your ZNS Total Sports Check, everybody. I'm Marcellus Hall. Day one, BISS Track and Field Championships getting underway this morning over at the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium. Amajal knows front and center for all the action as everything got underway. He filed this report.
Thanks, Marcellus. Action heating up on day one of the BAISS Track and Field Championships here at the old Thomas Robinson Stadium. You're seeing heats in the 1, the 4, 110 hurdles, as well as the 1,500 meters. But taking center stage today would be the field athletes, as we've seen a number of CARICOM qualifiers and BAISS records broken, starting first in the girls under 20 javelin by Tasia Stubbs.
It felt really good, just coming out here. Just want to thank God, first and foremost, but I just wanted to have fun on that throw, just kind of to let it go, not think so much about it, and that's what I did.
Also setting a record in the boys under 15 javelin would be Akeem Williams.
I feel good. I just want to give all thanks to God and my coaches and my family for allowing me to and help me to do this big goal.
Now, we also saw a trio of jumpers qualify for CARICOM in the boys under 17 triple jump.
It wasn't a good jump necessarily. My step wasn't that good. I couldn't get off it, but it was a good jump. It is a good jump otherwise, but yeah, that's it.
My jump, it was a little shaky at first because I still qualified on the first jump, but it was a little shaky at first. Then my third jump, it was good, but I gotta get better.
I feel good to qualify again. That means I'm consistent with my jumps.
Now, after all the races and points have been tallied, look at the final scores from day one. Top 5. In 5th place is St. Anne's with 63 points. In 4th place is St. John's College with 100 points. In 3rd place is Temple Christian with 161 points. In 2nd place is the Queens College Comets with 392 points. And your leader after day one, the St. Augustine's Big Red Machine with 405 points. Now stay tuned into the ZNS Total Sports team as we continue to bring you all the action over the next 2 days here from the BAISS Track and Field Championships. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Amajal Knowles.
To bodybuilding now, where Bahamian athletes continue to shine on the big stage at international competitions. Most recently, Paul Wilson, a.k.a. Mighty Mouse, competed at the Arnold Amateur Classic in Columbus, Ohio. Wilson representing well as he competed in 3 different divisions, winning all 3. He talked about the level of competition.
The competition was very competitive in terms that it is the 2nd largest global bodybuilding show in the year. So you're looking from all walks of life, all different ethnic backgrounds, all different levels of experience within bodybuilding and other categories I competed in. So I went there, guns blazing, and that's what I came back home with.
Now, Wilson, a veteran of the sport, talked about his motivation to keep pushing to new heights.
Bodybuilding is a lifestyle sport. It's not like other sports that have seasons where you close out and get back into it. And it's not something that you can, like within track and field, go out and do block starts randomly. Everything in track and field and basketball are periodization sports. Whereas bodybuilding, it gives you a continuous goal. That's why it's ING. Bodybuilding is continuous. So there's times where you put on muscle, there's times where you condition that muscle, and there's time to show the muscle. And that's why I love bodybuilding so much. It's something that continues through a lifetime.
As for how long he plans to compete, Wilson says that's in the hands of a higher power.
As long as the Lord grants me the energy, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding continue to expand my territory in both personal training and bodybuilding. You know, the sky is not the limit, it's just something to reach for.
New Providence Women's Basketball Association with 2 games last night at the D.W. Davis Gym. In the opener, the Sand Dollar High Flyers edging out the Elite Ballers 83-82. Meanwhile, in the feature contest, Foxy Defenders, also in a close game, they held on to beat the Lady Sparks 73-70. Men also playing last night in the New Providence Basketball Association, triple-header there at the Kendall Isaacs Gym. In Division 2 play, the BIBT Great Whites took down Island Development Rebels 86-78. Macadash Millionaires also cashed in a win against the Rhythm Rebels 82-81. And in Division 1 play, the Essential Store Giants beating the Discount Distributors Rockets 89-76. And that's your check on sports for you here on this Hump Day Wednesday. We do have that Wednesday weather forecast just around the corner. Stay with us.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Caribbean Gas is still working to ensure our customers are supplied with everything they need. We supply tanks and fittings of all sizes. And for all your cooling needs, check out our range of refrigerants. We have a service department that can check your car AC gas. Electricity can be very expensive. Solar systems are the way to go. Check out our full inventory listing in the Tribune's classified ads. We accept all major credit cards. Call us today, 361-6007. We are waiting to serve you.
Fill up your cart and save with the specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Kraft macaroni and cheese, 7 1/4 ounce, 2 for $2.39. Olivia cooking oil, 48 ounce, $4.99. Rainbow pigeon peas, 15 ounce, $1.39. Fresh pork picnics, $1.99 per pound. Iceberg lettuce, $2.29 each. Shop the specials and save at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
For the next 50 days, 50 lucky winners will be getting $30,000 in cash and prizes. $30,000? 30. How you win? All you have to do is purchase $25 or more in fuel or a $25 and up Rubis gift card, and you enter to win. Take a photo of your receipt, and you can upload it via our QR code, Rubis Bahamas Facebook page, or our website. Don't forget, you need your receipt in order to win. Thank you. $500 on the Visa card, I'll buy everything, but I gotta turn my light on. I need gas in my car, and I done miss and put diesel in here, and the car say, "Bop."
Health is the greatest gift. That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is a premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top care service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare, and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health. Find us on 95th Terrace, Centerville, and now located in the Lucaya Shopping Center of Freeport, Grand Bahama.
I don't know, but what kind of cars is this parking lot? You ain't even know where to park? Yeah, that's no parking. Look at this way. Like, he ain't got nowhere to go. Don't park him. Just don't park him. That's how they get. No, man, you can't park him. I ain't gonna be that long. I ain't gonna be that long. Handicap spot, Boy, what's going on, dog? I tell you we shouldn't park here now. This way parking, man. I tell you we shouldn't park here. Don't get one of these things. My bad big broke, and he got a sticker inside this. Ain't this mud, though? We gotta move. This is a handicap spot. That's what we gotta move. But we gotta move. Don't. We can move right now. Sorry.
Be considerate. Don't use disabled parking spaces without a decal in your vehicle. This message is brought to you by the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, we have a weak front boundary across the extreme northwestern parts of the country that will slowly push towards the south and east. So you will see increasing cloudiness with showers and even some isolated thunderstorms along that frontal boundary. Satellite pictures showing lots of cloud cover associated with that, and embedded in that are some showers and thunderstorms. Most of the heavy stuff, as you can see, right over the Grand Bahama and the Abaco area. Much of that is sliding towards the east. Our forecast for tonight, partly cloudy to cloudy with a couple of showers lurking around with a low temperature of 71 degrees. And tomorrow, we'll see intervals of clouds and sunshine with a couple of showers, particularly during the morning hours. Things improving as we head into the afternoon with a high temperature getting up to 81 degrees. Extended weather forecasts are unfolding like this. 1 or 2 brief showers tomorrow in the morning hours, but things, as we said, will improve as we head into the weekend. Beautiful weather. But come Monday, we'll see once again an increase in cloudiness with showers and thunderstorms developing with temperatures during the daytime. Well, they're going to be in the 80s, so the daytime is going to be pretty warm. Nighttime temperatures in the mid-70s. Makishla.
Well, thanks, Basil. And that does it for the Bahamas tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. From all of us here at ZNS, thank you for watching and good night.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.